Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am finally back with these um, recipe journal keepers that I have shared, like the initial start of them in the past few videos. Um, I only have 9 of them done so far, and I actually have, I think, probably another 9 or 10 in the works, but I actually ended up running out of a very vital supply I needed to make these, and I went to my local Dollar Tree and they didn't have any. So, and I will show you what that is in just a second, but these I am calling like recipe keepers slash journals. I wrote them down in my little um, project like idea book. I think I call them like kernels. So then I could remember that they're like journals and recipe keepers. I don't know where I put it, but oh yeah, recipe kernel. Um, so they are like a hybrid between being able to keep track of your recipes and being able to use notebooks and write in them how you see fit. And I actually have a lot of ideas on how these can be used, so I'll talk through that as I go through these. These are already listed in my Etsy shop, and 3 of them are already sold. I can't remember. I know for sure these 2 are already sold. And the third one, I don't recall which one it is, but if you're interested in any of these, just check out my Etsy shop and you will see which ones are still available. And as I have mentioned before, they are selling prior to my YouTube video being out, because those people have liked and followed my Etsy shop, and that's how they're notified. So every book has these charms on there that I added using one of these bulb clips, and the charms all kind of vary, but all of them do have this bow, and then they'll either have like the cookbook and a muffin, or let's see, a whisk and a measuring cup, or a combination of those. So when you open it up, on the inside there is a clear acrylic pocket that I got off of Amazon, and in there I just put an extra recipe card, and all of them come with some tabs that I have punched out from the scraps, so that way you guys can use those tabs to section off and use this how you see fit. Most of them are going to have these whale tail punch like tabs that I use the Stampin' Up! Punch from. But there are, I think, 2 or 3 that have a different style of tab, and that is because the initial punch I was using, I ended up breaking, so then I switched to my Stampin' Up! One. So there are 2 notebooks, and in the middle is a recipe keeper. So these notebooks are 5x7. They are composition notebooks that I got from Walmart, and each one has 80 sheets, so 160 front and back. And every book is going to come with an extra large paper clip that I have added velvet and chiffon ribbon to. So on this one in the middle here is our recipe keeper, and I did every other page as a recipe card, and then every other page is patterned paper. And I did that so you can use this in however way you see fit. So my idea was, actually let me just show you this one here, and there's that in the back. I'm going to talk through all the ideas I have for these while I show you each of the books. So this paper is actually from Simple Stories, and I think it's from a collection called, I think it's like What You Cookin' or something similar to that. I got it from their warehouse sale. And on this one, I used paper from Authentique, and this is Pink Fresh Stories, I believe. So you'll notice that there's like a combination of papers. I know the ones that I have more of that are coming are this vintage farm style from Authentique, and then the rest of them are going to be another collection. I can't even remember what collection it is, to be honest with you. But I've shared those in previous videos that I was trying to work through those. I think it's like 3 paper packs. So you'll see a combination of papers from Authentique, Pink Fresh Studio, and I think it's like Echo Parker Simple Stories. And then I did use a lot of like this gingham paper from Simple Stories. So this one has this cover. I just love this vintage retro. And then this one has this recipe keeper. Keep skipping the patterned paper pages, but. And back here we have this notebook. And there is that. So my idea with these is that you can use them as a meal planner. I know I've talked a lot about how I like to do freezer meals and like to do meal planning just because it helps out a lot when we are so busy with kids in sports and working full time and all of that. So if I was going to use this, and I've actually thought about keeping one for myself, and also I want to make one for my friend who's also a big meal planner, is I would use the notebooks to plan out so I'd use the first notebook to plan out our meals every week, because one of the problems I have, I think, before I keep going, I think this is the other one that's sold. And it says, if it fits in a toaster, I can cook it. And then on the inside here, we have some more of that Authentique vintage paper. And here is the keeper. And then there's that. And I apologize, you might hear my husband on the phone. He keeps getting work calls. But anyways, if I was going to use this, how I would use it is the first notebook would be my meals for the week. Because I often will make meals that everyone loves, and then 2 months later I'm always asking them for ideas, and they're like, I don't know, just do what you want. And so I think if I was able to keep track of what I planned every week, and then keep track of, hey, this was people loved it, or hey, this one was not great, then I think it would work out a lot better. And then I would use the middle recipe keeper to keep track of those recipes that I'm constantly looking up on my phone, those tried and true ones. One of them is, speaking of tried and true, it's I think the website is Tried, True, and Tested. She has an Instant Pot clam chowder recipe that I love, and it's quick and it's easy and it's all fresh, and it's really, really good. And I know that's one that I am constantly looking up on my phone. So instead of having to go back and find it on my phone, then I could just refer back to my recipe keeper here. And then I would use the second notebook for my grocery list. But that's just one idea. Another thing you could use it for is just fill it up with recipes and use it as a hand-me-down for any of your children who are about to go off to college or about to get married, anything like that. I think it'd be a really cool idea. There are a lot of people who do food journals. This would be a great way to use it as a food journal. So you could, have the 2 notebooks as your journals, and then you could have the recipe keeper as some of those recipes that you like and use a lot, whatever the case may be. And then here is that second notebook. The reason I didn't do all recipe cards in the keeper is because, one, I didn't really have enough to be able so I could get more books done, but also because I wanted to be able to use those pockets for other things. So here is this one, and here's that cover, and then this says there's nothing like homemade pie, fresh and delicious. you will notice that all of these are listed just individually. I did not break them down by covers because I had 2 of these, but their insides were different, so I didn't want to deal with it. So they're all listed individually. But back to my thought process here is that you can use these pockets to keep like receipts in, coupons, anything like that. So then this could be like your whole book going to the grocery store, because now you have your your grocery list and you have your coupons, and then you can stick your receipt in there. You can even put like your credit card in there and keep track of it. If you want to do that, I would suggest adding some Velcro to the top of them, so that way, you know, your cards don't slip out, or add it into this pocket because it is pretty, it's pretty tight fit. So I think it would hold it a lot better. This one, I know this paper is simple stories, that What You Got Cooking. It says, in this kitchen, we count memories, not calories. And there's the recipe card and the tabs. And then this notebook just has some, like, I don't remember what this pattern is called. Maybe fishbone pattern? I don't remember. And this one, then back here we have this flower print. And then on the back is that flower print. The trims in here, I believe only one of them has vintage trims. The rest of them, well, actually I know this is vintage. I got this at an antique mall, but the rest of them are from either Joann's or Amazon. And this one is my last one. This one says never a dull moment, and it's got those like retro type couple. And again, on the inside here, we have the pocket, we have that notebook, these recipe keepers, and then this notebook. So that is it for my video today. I will list the link down to my Etsy down below. I did want to say that these are, the covers of these I used like vinyl they call them wallets, but they're not really wallets, but they're vinyl sleeves from clearbacks.com. Oh, and I was going to give you a measurement. I apologize for my scattered thoughts. I have not had my afternoon coffee and it's clearly showing. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're going to be about 5 1/4, probably by 7 1/4. Oh, no. 5 1/4 by 7 and almost 3/4. So if I can find these large vinyl sleeves, I will link to them down below. And I don't think there's anything else I can really link to for you guys. If I can find the charms, I'll link to those, but I don't really know if they're still available. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and thank you so much for being here.